It's 11 trivia questions on psycho dating profiles. That's right. I'll give you 3 bullet points and you tell me what creepo from movies, books, and television we're talking about. This is Trivia with Buds. It be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out my show. Today we've got a fun episode for you on psycho dating profiles. I'll give you 3 bullet points and with some clues and some tidbits about like movie killers and things like that. And you'll go, oh, they're talking about so-and-so. And you'll write it down or yell it out or however you consume the podcast. It's up to you. I used this in 2017. On 10/30/2017 week. So it's about 2 years old. And I liked it. I thought it was kind of fun. People had a good time trying to answer these questions. So hopefully you will too. I was thinking about dating profiles and how I've never had one because I met my wife in 2005 before it was super mainstream to do that kind of thing. So I never set up one of these things. And the other thing is, though, right around that same time, MySpace was very popular. And MySpace, I found out about from somebody who was like, oh yeah, I've started seeing some people on MySpace. And I'm like, what? So I think I initially set up a MySpace page like with the idea of like, oh, I'll probably start dating people on here. So I guess that was my very first like and only dating profile. And what's funny is my wife sent me a message on MySpace, which is how we started talking. She was like, hey, aren't you in my class? And then that was the blossom of this 15-year relationship and all the kids and stuff we have now. All started from Tom and MySpace. So thank you, Tom. I owe you my marriage. But before that, I remember, 2004, I guess, maybe I had a profile. So I was out of high school. So between high school and like freshman year of community college. And I think I met up with at least 2 different dates from MySpace conversations. One of them, I remember we watched Sin City. It was like me and this girl and her friend and a boyfriend, and it was very awkward. But we watched Sin City in like a family room at somebody's house, and I think the mom kept bringing us snacks, and I'm like, this is weird. It was weird because it was like Sin City, people I never knew, and somebody I never saw again. But I always remember like the settings for certain movies that I watched, and that was definitely the Sin City setting. No sins were committed that night, except a bad date, probably. Another one, let's see, what was another date I went on? I don't know if this one was for MySpace, but I also took a first date to see The Devil's Rejects, which was not a good first date movie. They were just like, what is this? And I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And they were like, I don't like gore. And I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. So that was a bad first date. But also that was the first time in my life I remember someone telling me they were gluten-free. I was like, hey, you want to get some food? They were like, yeah, but I can't eat any bread. And I was like, why? And they said, I'm gluten-free. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. So I pair those 2 memories together. Devil's Rejects and gluten-free bad date. So those are just 2 quick experiences. Not so much psycho dates for me, but the closest I could get, I guess, to having some weird setups for those dates. But I hope you enjoyed today's episode, Psycho Dating Profiles. I'll give you those 3 bullet points. You tell me who we're talking about. And if you have any crazy dates that you've been on that were just bizarre and insane, I'd love to hear about them. You can email me those stories, ryanbuds@gmail.com. And I always love hearing from listeners. So if you ever have anything you want to add about a certain episode or your questions you came up with or content you want me to share or stories like that, I'd love for you to type them up, send them to me. You can leave a voicemail as well. That's 424-265-1212, the trivia hotline. You can also record something and send it to me as a voice memo very easily on your smartphone. Just send me those voice memos and I can include those in the podcast. You can email them to ryanbuds@gmail.com. All right, enjoy today's episode on psycho dating profiles. We got 11 questions for you. Here we go. All right, psycho dating profiles. Here's your first question with 3 bullet points. Number 1, love long walks by the lake, enjoy getting cozy in a sleeping bag, and can't swim for the life of me. Number 1, love long walks by the lake, enjoy getting cozy in a sleeping bag, and can't swim for the life of me. What psychopath are we talking about there? Number 1. Question number 2, I'm super lucky. I'm on the shorter side. And have you visited my hood? Number 2, I'm super lucky, I'm on the shorter side, and have you visited my hood? Number 2. Question number 3, love me some fava beans. Super smart and one step ahead of you. Number 3, love me some fava beans. Super smart and one step ahead of you. Who is that? Number 3. Question number 4, I hate my family. I'm super quiet and I fashion jumpsuits frequently. Number 4, hate my family, super quiet, fashion jumpsuits frequently. Number 4. Question number 5, enjoy gardening. I've got a few scars and I work nights. Number 5, enjoy gardening. I've got a few scars and I work nights. Who would that be in terms of psycho dating profiles? Number 5. Question number 6, I work on Wall Street. I have a few different names, and I'm very tidy and clean. Number 6, I work on Wall Street. I have a few different names, and I'm very tidy and clean. Number 6. Number 7, I've worked in the hospitality industry. I'm a skilled taxidermist, and I'm very close with family. Number 7, have worked in the hospitality industry, skilled taxidermist, and close with family. Who would that be? Number 7. Question number 8, I'm not working for the money. I wear makeup on occasion, and I love my hometown. Number 8, not working for the money, wear makeup on occasion, and I love my hometown. Number 8. Profile number 9, own a mansion, dabbled with drugs, and I have extensive gun collections, including an AR-15 with grenade launcher, my best piece. Number 9, I own a mansion, I dabbled with drugs, and I have a grenade launcher, which is my best gun collection piece. Who is that? Number 9. Number 10, I have a pet pig. I love reading fiction, and I have a nursing background. Number 10, I have a pet pig. I love reading fiction, and I have a nursing background. Number 10. And the bonus question, psycho dating profiles, number 11 for 2 points if you're playing along at home. I'm all ears, stuck in the middle, and a great dancer. I'm all ears, stuck in the middle, great dancer. Who could that be? Those are all your psycho dating profile clues. We'll be right back with the answers to those creeps in just a second. Here we go with the answers to psycho dating profiles. Here's number 1. I love long walks by the lake, enjoy getting cozy in a sleeping bag, and I can't swim for the life of me. That would be Friday the 13th's Jason Voorhees. Get it? He can't swim, and he likes smashing people into trees who are zipped up in sleeping bags. Number 1. Number 2, I'm super lucky. I'm on the shorter side, and have you visited my hood? That would be the Leprechaun. Leprechaun in the Hood, and he's very lucky. There's 2 Hood movies. Back to the Hood, I think, is the sequel. Number 3, love me some fava beans. Super smart and one step ahead of you would be Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. Anthony Hopkins, super creep. Fun fact, he never blinks on screen in that movie on purpose, so go back and look at all his scenes. There's no blinking. Number 4, hate my family, super quiet, fashion jumpsuits frequently. That would be Michael Myers from Halloween. Hates his family, tries to kill him. Number 5, enjoy gardening, got a few scars, and I work nights. That would be A Nightmare on Elm Street's Freddy Krueger. Number 5, gardening and nights, Freddy Krueger. Number 6, I work on Wall Street. I have a few different names, and I'm very tidy and clean. Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. Number 6. Number 7, have worked in the hospitality industry. I'm a skilled taxidermist and close with family, especially his mom, Norman Bates. Number 7, Norman Bates. Number 8, not working for the money. Wear makeup on occasion and love my hometown. That would be the Joker. Specifically, if you wanted to really tie it down, the Joker from The Dark Knight. He burns the money. He wears makeup sometimes, and he loves Gotham. Number 8. Number 9, owns a mansion, dabbled with drugs, and has the grenade launcher, Tony Montana from Scarface. He's kind of a psycho. Number 10, I have a pet pig. I love reading fiction, nursing background, Annie Wilkes. Number 10, Annie Wilkes from Misery, Stephen King's Misery. I'm doing a live event or a live round at my live events this week on Stephen King lines from his books. So if you like that kind of thing, that'll probably be an episode in weeks to come. And Annie Wilkes is a character in season 2 of Castle Rock. We watched the first episode last night. And again, I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but I watched season 1 and hey, we'll see what happens. Your psycho dating profile bonus question for 2 points. I'm all ears, stuck in the middle, great dancer. That would be Reservoir Dogs' Mr. Blonde. He cuts off the cop's ear, and the song Stuck in the Middle is playing, and he dances around. Mr. Blonde from Quentin Tarantino's masterpiece, Reservoir Dogs. Those are your answers to psycho dating profiles. I hope you had fun playing along with those. And today we have a question of the day coming your way. Brought to you by Funky Monkey Designs of San Dimas, California. Funky Monkey makes great stuff. Check them out at fmdesignsinc.com. Who played Bond in the film Tomorrow Never Dies? Tweet me your answer at ryanbuds or email ryanbuds@gmail.com to be eligible for a prize. Yesterday's question of the day answer was light blue for the group of properties that Vermont is in. And your trivia team name of the day is Orange and Black Attack for Halloween. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thanks for telling a friend, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Trivia with Buds Halloween edition. Bye-bye.